What's going on, world?
How's it going out there, people?
I'm the K,
And I'm the C.
and we back to vibe with you one more day.
Finna make it happen. You already know what we do.
Sorry we late, y'all. It's been a heck of a week. A heck of a week. We were out of town on the days we normally do our podcast, so our releases got pushed a set back. But it's alright. We back.
We back, back like we never left.
Yes, sir. Today's topic, what we're gonna talk about?
We're gonna talk about marriage today.
We gonna talk about love and
Yeah.
marriage, love and marriage. Is that how that
What?
song go?
Oh, you
Marriage
said it a
anthem?
little bit too fast. It's actually love and marriage,
Oh,
love
God.
and marriage.
Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all
Goes
listen to our
together
instrumental,
like
so
a
y'all ain't
horse
gotta listen to what
and
I'm listening to.
carriage. This
Stay tuned,
I
y'all.
said.
The auntie to fail. I'm gonna show it to you.
Now look at it though.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, what's happening? We back.
All right, so let's talk marriage.
Yep, the big M.
So we got married August 4th, 2008.
August 2008.
080408.
Yep,
And when we got married, bro, we weren't even in the same country.
in a different time zone.
Yeah, husband wasn't even there when we got married.
She was in. It was nighttime where I was at. While it was daytime where she was at.
That is true. That was true.
Crazy.
But let's talk about how we got there, though.
Yeah, we can go there. Yeah. Go ahead.
So we started dating in October.
Yeah.
Right before Halloween,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we were engaged to be married December,
Mm-hmm.
the Sunday before Christmas.
Yep. Yep.
That was swift.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fast.
That was fast, my boy.
Yeah, but hey, it happened.
So with it being so fast, my question to you is, how did you know you wanted to marry me?
Because, at that stage of my life, I was what you call playboy to me. I was, I was, what I'm saying, the fancy car, the women in the caviar.
I
You know what I'm
already
saying?
cut one time.
I was
in your
pimping
solo.
all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So let me tell you something. So it changed, man, when I got with you. I'm gonna tell you that because I started seeing myself more happier with you than dealing with other females. I'm like, man, I'm actually happy when I'm kicking it with this girl. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be something there that's different. You know what I'm saying? That I can correlate to on a whole new level. So that's what happened. And after that, we started getting closer and closer and closer. Started hanging out more and more and more. And that's how I knew, that you were the one. And like I said, it didn't take me long to realize that. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I got to go ahead and get this girl off the market. Yeah.
In what moment did you know that you were in love?
And like I said, the feelings that I started having, I started feeling real different around you. Like there was there was no moment in time where I was like, you know what, this ain't the one. And I got butterflies around you. I was nervous to say certain things around you because I ain't wanted to ruin the relationship. I was always trying to impress you, and I was always trying to, make sure that you were happy, and my feelings, emotionally, became so strong with you that, that never really happened to me like that before. So that's how I knew I was in love with
Hmm. Yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah, that's the truth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for me it was kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
You were different. Like back when we first got together, you remember I thought I was a rap star.
Yeah.
I was gonna be a freaking superstar.
Yeah, you thought you was Nicki Minaj.
Bro, don't disrespect me.
I was just playing.
I thought that I was real life gonna be a celebrity. I tried to carry myself as one. I tried to uphold that persona or
Mm-hmm.
that alter ego. And it seemed like a lot of dudes that I dated or that I talked to or that, I was in touch with, in contact with,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like
Mm.
they were there for that too.
Yeah.
It was
Well.
always a
Yeah.
like, hey, watch my girl bust this freestyle. Or,
Okay.
hey, listen to this song.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, I see her going places. So honestly, it started feeling like a lot of guys were just there because of what they thought I was going to become.
Mm.
And see,
Gotcha.
with you, it was different.
Gotcha. So they trying to get a check. They trying to secure that
I
bag.
don't, I don't even think you knew I rapped
I
for the
didn't. I did
longest.
not know you rap until I checked out your MySpace and all that stuff, and I was like, what? I said, nah. But then next thing I know, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, she got a little freestyle on it, you know what I'm saying? She lyrically inclined. So I was that was like something different because I never had a girl that rap before. That was different. So, you know, I mean, you definitely was surprising in that aspect to me. So
But yeah, so it's like you didn't focus on that, and I felt that I was more so able to be just straight Kanisha around you instead of trying to be that TKO princess.
yeah, you didn't have to be that
I was
TKO
just
princess.
me, and I was able to open up. I was able to tell you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
When stuff was on my mind, I was able to talk to you about it because I was the type of person I kept a lot of shit bottled up.
yeah,
I
yeah,
low key still do that to this day. Sometimes I keep a lot of stuff bottled up. I
yeah,
don't like openly express myself
yeah. See,
all the time like I should. And with you, I felt like I was able to openly express myself.
yeah,
I was able to be myself.
yeah, and that's what it's all about, you know. And I was the same way too with you. I feel like I can be myself, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. But at the same time, you know, I did have butterflies, you know what I'm saying, like make sure that I don't overstep my boundaries with you because I didn't want to mess it up with you. And that's how I knew I was like, you know what, I'm being extra particular and careful with this girl. You know, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the whole rapping thing that caught me by surprise. I didn't know you was a rapper.
I Another thing that I did notice about you is whenever we used to cuddle,
Yeah,
I used to lay my head on your chest.
yeah,
Your heart always sped up.
yeah, yeah.
I
Because
mean,
yeah,
now we can probably contribute that to high blood pressure. But back
you know
then,
what? I'm just putting my business out there in the streets like
but back
that.
then, it's like the literal heart skips a beat
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah, yeah.
And
That's how
you were
it was.
different.
Yeah, that's how it was, man. I mean, you know, I was like, man, you know, this is really, really real. This is really happening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take that step and see what she say. You know, so that's when you know what I'm saying. I got that ring and was like, hey, patow. You know.
So before we get to the popping of the question and our wedding and all that other fun stuff, last podcast we talked about the characteristics of a healthy relationship
Yeah.
and the characteristics of an unhealthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked me after listening to the podcast a question I really had to think about.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what they said?
What they say?
They asked me, do I believe that the characteristics of a happy relationship or unhealthy relationship, healthy relationship while dating is the same as the characteristics you'll have in a marriage?
I mean, it's a pretty intense question because you know what I'm saying. Here's the thing about it, man. I believe that while you're dating a person, you know, of course, they're gonna be nice to you. They're gonna say sweet things to you. They're gonna whisper little things in your ear about your gifts and take you out to eat and all that good stuff and be the sweetest person in the world. But they talk about 8 months. Hell, let's talk about 5 months down the lane. Are they gonna still be the same person? Are them characteristics gonna change? You know what I'm saying? if they're consistent with how they're treating you, even later on down the line, that'll let you know, hey, maybe this person is the one for me. Because they keep showing me that genuine affection that I need. But I honestly, a lot of people don't believe in this. Shacking up.
Mhm.
I honestly don't believe you get to know a person until you live with them.
That is true. Cause I did not know that I would be coming home tripping over your Jordans
It don't happen all the time.
when we first got married, or that you would use my stairwell as a coat hanger all the time.
Well, not all the time. I did sometimes. You
I
know.
did not know that,
You know.
like at
But
all. But I don't think that's what they meant. Like we talked about the characteristics of a healthy relationship being what the ability to be yourself, right?
hmm
Um, Communication,
hmm
all that fun stuff. Would you say that that goes hand in hand in a marriage?
communication,
The characteristics in general.
of course. You mean like communicating with your significant other and talking to them and letting them know, hey, look,
So would you say it's the same characteristics dating that it is in a marriage?
I mean, in a marriage, it should be a little bit more because of the fact that you guys are basically when you become one. When you become one with a person, of course, there's more details into that relationship. Including finances, including careers and stuff like that. Kids, if you got kids with that person in that marriage, it's more of a team. Team oriented. Dating, I don't have to share my financial situation with you. I don't have to tell you how much money I make. None of that good stuff. I don't have to tell you if I got. I mean, if I had kids outside, of course I have to tell you, but I don't have to tell you, hey, about my baby mother or none of that
My
stuff.
bad, y'all.
So I mean,
Everyone with an iPhone just look at their phone right
yeah, I
now.
know. So I mean, when it comes to that, I believe that the characteristics within a marriage should be more detailed than particularly dating someone.
Okay, well let's take it down a notch, all right? Let's talk about our marriage in particular. What are key components in our marriage?
Of course, I mean communication.
Mhm.
Uh, respect,
Mhm.
uh, mutual compromisation. Do you know what that means?
I ain't
Basically,
slow. You the one with the
okay,
Georgia education
okay,
system.
okay. So compromising for each other. Um, basically, putting each other. Hey, scratch on my back, I scratch your back. If I ain't got it, you got it, and I get it for you. Flip flop, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
I
So,
think one of the key components from our relationship
mm-hmm,
that makes us strong.
yeah,
What's our family motto?
with God, all things possible.
Matthew 19:26.
Yeah,
I think because our relationship is rooted in that faith, it makes us that much stronger.
yeah, it does. And you
I
have,
do believe that people there's a such thing as being unequally yoked. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So if you're not on the same page,
yeah,
like 100%, it's gonna be a little rocky.
yeah,
I've always been a strong believer that you cannot go 50-50 in a relationship. Like a relationship isn't given 50-50.
mm-hmm,
A relationship is given 100-100.
mm-hmm,
I was reading on Facebook the other day, and it was like, nah, a relationship should be if I can only get 60, you giving the remaining amount. Or
mm-hmm,
there's some days that I'm off and you got to get 70 and I give the remaining amount. I don't
mm-mm,
believe that's a thing. I believe that at every given moment, you should try to give it your all.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I think an issue that a lot of people run into is they do believe when they're dating. Some people believe, okay, we're just dating. You ain't got a ring on my finger. I can do what I want to do. While other people believe, okay, we're dating, preparing ourselves for marriage.
yeah,
But I think that's a rocky boat to be on because what ends up happening is you also have people who. Have you ever heard of playing wife to a boyfriend?
yeah, of course, yeah, Yeah.
And I've seen that done countless times before too.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you think that you should give wifey qualities even when you're just dating a person?
So, from a male perspective,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Now, what do you consider wifey qualities? You mean like buying gifts and stuff like that?
That's not wifey qualities. Where your mind at?
Okay. So, I mean,
Should I, as a girlfriend, be doing the same things to and for you that I would if I was your wife?
now from that perspective, no, because I believe that in a marriage, men should receive a little bit more than what a boyfriend does, And, unless you guys are vibing on the same frequency and you know that you're going to take it there and you already got a date set up for marriage and you know that you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, no, they shouldn't not get the same benefit as a husband should get.
Okay. You know why that's kind of a rocky topic?
Why is that?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I do feel that females should not give, wifey treatment to a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, as a female,
Mm-hmm.
I do look for husband qualities in a boyfriend.
Okay.
Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
I want someone who I can depend on.
Yeah.
I want someone that I feel protected by.
Yeah.
I want someone who I know will stand up for me and take care of me. I need someone who can bleep my mind before they even touch my body.
Mm-hmm.
I need a provider, not even in a monetary sense. I need you to provide for me emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to provide for me physically.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, provide for me sexually at times.
Mm-hmm.
That
times. All the time. What you mean?
I mean, you're not having sex all damn time.
Hey, we
but
got 5 kids, girl.
I need that. And a lot of people consider that husband qualities.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think that if you're in a relationship where you see a future with a person, those qualities you should be able to see while you're dating.
You should.
Now, there's qualities like, there's certain things you shouldn't do. I ain't finna go sign a mortgage with you if you my boyfriend. I ain't finna go out and set up freaking a burial plot next to you if you my boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's stuff that I feel should come with marriage. But I also feel that at the same time, when it comes to a person, there's certain qualities that I want to see in a boyfriend that I would like to also see in a husband.
Exactly.
And I think men think the same way. I think a man looks at their girlfriend and be like, okay, if she can't take care of herself, how's she going to take care of our future kids?
Yeah.
If she ain't got her mind on swivel to make it seem like, she knows where she wants to go in life now, how do I expect us to be on the same path in the future?
Exactly.
So I think there's certain qualities that a girlfriend and a wife should go hand in hand with.
Yeah. See, that right there is called wifey material. That's what we call it. Now, we already know. Like, here's the thing with us, I'm kind of breaking God code a little bit. We already know what our intentions are with a female before we even get into something with that female. We know how she is. Like, you go to a club and you see a shot up there, she got a booty hanging all out, whatever, and you go holler at her. We ain't trying to take that serious. We only there for one thing. If you meet you a nice girl, at a restaurant, whatever, what I'm saying, at church, whatever you go, at the store, and she presents herself in a valuable way, that is a whole nother different level you're trying to pursue. You may be trying to pursue a serious relationship then with that person, especially if she's what you call wifey material. But the personality has to match.
So do you think there's a certain time frame to draw that line?
What you mean? What
do you
line?
think there's a certain time frame in which you should be together where you determine whether or not you are dating for marriage or just kicking it? Because I know people who didn't dated for 10, 12, 15 years and they still boyfriend and girlfriend. and they're doing everything as a married couple,
Of course,
but they're
of course,
just dating.
of course, there should be a time frame. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you love a person, that should mean that you trust that person as well. So why would you hesitate to marry this person? A lot of guys would be like, well, if I marry her, if something happened, she bound to get half of this and half of that. Okay, well, if you say you love that person, apparently you don't trust her because you believe that she's out to get something from you.
Do you think that people going into marriage thinking about that should never be married to begin with? Like, if I marry you and you're automatically assuming something negative is going to come out of our relationship, why would I want to do that? When I married you, the day that I said I do, when I flew back to the United States of America from Germany to get married, it's because I was in a hurry to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yeah.
I didn't think about what if we weren't together?
Yeah.
What if this doesn't work out? What if we are rushing into this? No, I could not wait until I became Mrs. Martin.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing.
So do you think it's a red flag?
If you go into a relationship thinking, hey, damn, maybe she's gonna take everything away from me, all this stuff and that in the third. But it's a double entendre, because if you still willing to marry her, even if you think like that, you still love her. I believe that the man still love her, and he's willing to tell himself, hey, look, this is a sacrifice that I'm making to marry this woman, because she could take this away from me, but I'm not gonna let that hold me away from marrying her, So yeah, it's a double entendre, and some guys, that's gonna always be in the back of their head because they so paranoid, and that can actually ruin a relationship before it even get started.
That is true.
So,
dang, we're already 22 minutes in.
Yeah, I ain't looking at the time.
We gotta jump to this segment.
We ain't even got to our marriage yet.
I know, we're gonna have to do a part 2.
See, all right, then.
We be twirling.
Having y'all waiting.
We be twirling. We gotta do a part 2. We just be so. Look, with this part 1, I really want to hear everyone's opinion. Like, I really want you guys to reach out.
Tell us what's up.
Comment. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Shoot us an email, askkcvibe@gmail.com. I really want to know. My question for this week is, where do you draw the line with wifey qualities? Where do you draw the line with playing wifey? Or, in your case, playing husband?
I mean,
in a relationship.
We
ain't gonna answer it. I'm asking the people. Okay, I'm asking this for the people. Right, okay. We promise we're gonna start this segment, all right? So, our love story, this book. Okay, first question that we're gonna jump on before we end this podcast. I grew up thinking love was.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
You gotta answer it, sir.
Oh, so we got to answer that question?
Yeah, that's the question we answering.
All right. So you want me to start or ladies first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Go for it, Daddy.
Okay. So I grew up thinking love was.
Oh, I grew up thinking love was about.
Was about. Okay. I grew up thinking love was about having compassion for a person, or this is just talking about your significant other, right? This book.
This is you growing up as a child. What do you think love was about?
Having compassion for others, making sacrifices for others, being able to depend on somebody whenever you needed them, having that person to as something to lean on as a crutch whenever you needed that, having that emotional and physical affection for somebody who that compares to nothing else. So, and being able to communicate with that person, regardless, without judgment, without that person critiquing you to a point where it lowers your self-esteem. So, to me, that's what I thought love was about as a kid, and I still do believe that to this day. What about you?
I mean, I was blessed where my parents are still together. 30 some odd years they've been together.
That's
right?
amazing.
So I grew up seeing the love between one another. I grew up seeing that my parents always put me and my sisters first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they always made sure we were taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching both my parents and my dad work multiple jobs to be sure that we're in a better situation than they were growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that passion, that family orientation, that it showed me love on a romantic level, but it showed me love in general level.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can love a parent. You can love a child. You can love a spouse. You can love a pastor. You can love a singer. You can show love on multiple levels. And I think I grew up seeing love on all of those levels.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up thinking love was, same thing, being able to lean on a person.
Yeah.
Being able to talk to that person about anything. I have a relationship with my mother where I can talk to her about anything.
Yeah, you do.
And I want my kids to have that same relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
Love is, like you said, no judgment zone.
Yeah.
I can pretty much say whatever it is without feeling stupid, without feeling dumb. Then I watch my parents, their love. I watch their sacrifice for one another. I watch them still being able to joke and play with each other. I watch them still, doing random stuff. Like, I've never seen my dad leave the house without giving my mom a kiss. Same thing, vice versa. Never seen him come home without giving her a kiss.
Yep.
And that right there is something where I'm like, oh, wow.
That's something.
You want to make sure that the last moment that you have with your spouse is a significant one.
Absolutely.
So there's different attributes of love like that I took from my childhood.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up believing love was, not just on a romantic level, but on all levels. Being able to receive that love, because my dad always made sure that he showed us the utmost respect, which kind of gave our future significant others something to live up to. So showing love on that level, showing love on a romantic level, I think that's what I grew up thinking love was.
Yeah, and that's definitely. I mean, that's pretty much on par for what I think as well. But ain't it something? I want to go back to when you said that your dad and your mother kiss each other every time before they leave. Now that's something that people take for granted. Now, a lot of people. How many stories have you read or seen that, man, my spouse did not make it back home, and I did not kiss my spouse before they left. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, but it's like people get so caught up in the world. They get so caught up in life. Yeah. Oh, I'm finna be late for work. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for you to get out the shower. I ain't got time for you to finish using the bathroom. I ain't got time for you to come back upstairs. I gotta go. And people get so caught up in that they forget the simple stuff in life.
Ain't that something?
I be sure to tell my kids goodbye every time I leave.
Yeah.
Before they go to school, I be sure to let them know, okay, love you guys, have a good day. Yeah. Because you never know when your time is coming. And we just saw that in the news.
Yeah, man.
19 kids that the parents didn't know that was going to be their last time seeing their child.
Sad, man.
So it's like you have to live life as if it sucks that you got to live like that.
Yeah.
But you have to live life as if it's your last moment.
Because it's unpredictable. The world is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. So you gotta make a way to outbalance that by showing that person that you love, or those people that you love, your family, hey, I'm gonna kiss you now since you right here with me.
Because you never know when that moment's gonna be gone.
And if I give me a kiss,
you gotta learn how to.
Give me a kiss, girl. Yeah.
You gotta learn how to cherish those moments, and that's one thing that I'm all about: cherishing moments, living life in the moment. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There's been times that I want to do something, and Chad be like, we really gonna do that?" And how many times I didn't had to tell you, babe, we're not gonna have these moments forever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We have to enjoy those moments.
I'll admit to it. Yeah, there's been times where I'm like, man, I really don't feel like. I'd rather just stay home, drink a beer, and watch TV.
Yeah, but it's the small moments that you're not gonna have.
You're right.
I mean, we only got a couple more years before our kids are grown.
Yeah.
They'll be here before we know it.
No, we still got a while for AJ.
Well, even with that, just think about it. With AJ, he's 4, right? So what? 14 years? He'll be grown.
Yeah.
Bro, we done been together almost 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time flies.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be here before you know it.
Well, we must be having fun then.
Yeah, be here before you know it.
Yeah.
But dang, just like that, we are out of time.
All right, grown folks and grown people.
Right. It was good talking to y'all today. We're gonna have to have a part 2.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want y'all to answer those questions. I really want to know everyone's opinion on this because everyone sees different stuff. So I want to know everyone's opinion.
Different perspectives.
I want to know everyone's perspective.
Yeah.
As always, you can reach me on all my socials. You got me on Snapchat and Instagram at @thereal_knockout. You can find me on TikTok at ayo_ko and the number 2. That's AYO_KAYO and the number 2. If you have any questions, concerns, or you want to answer the questions that we asked, you can go ahead and reach out to us at our email. That's askkcvibe@gmail.com. That's ASKKCVIBE@gmail.com.
All right, you can hit your boy up on TikTok, at MartyMar86, MarTimar86. Also on Snapchat at MartyMar14. That's MarTI_MAR14. And did I forget one? Instagram. I forgot Instagram, yeah.
Why he finds his Instagram.
Instagram is the same thing. Instagram is at MartyMar86 at MarTIMAR86. So hit the Instagram up too, guys.
Yeah, we also got a Facebook page, KC Vibe, if you want to reach out there, and also YouTube, KC Vibe. Yeah. So this will stream on all streaming platforms, and then the next day it usually posts up on YouTube. So if you don't catch it on the podcast, you're going to have to wait an extra day to hear it on YouTube. But either way, you need to go and subscribe.
Exactly.
Go subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. We live, baby.
Live and ready to vibe.
Yes, sir. Till next time, you got anything you want to add?
Hey, people, just keep vibing.
Thanks for vibing with us.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.